Guys, Will here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're reviewing the all-new 2024 Cadillac Escalade ESV.
And a big thanks to AutoNation Cadillac in Port Richey, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to your inventory below, and if you're looking for a new premium car or SUV in the Port Richey, Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out.
And for those of you guys who don't know, the Escalade has been Cadillac's full-size luxury SUV since 1998. The long wheelbase variant followed it shortly for 2002, and the 5th generation Escalade that you see here was released in 2021. For 2024, there are 6 trims available. From 2-wheel drive to 4-wheel drive is an additional $4,000. Power plant wise, we range from the 3-liter diesel, which cranks out 277 horsepower, but 460 pound-feet of torque. In the middle of the road, we get the beefy 6.2-liter V8, which cranks out 420 horsepower, still 460 pound-feet of torque. For the top-of-the-line Escalade now, we have the supercharged 6.2, which cranks out 682 horsepower, 653 pound-feet of torque, exclusive to the Escalade V, which starts over $150,000. Outside of the V, the 2024 Escalade ranges from the $82,000 luxury up to the $111,000 premium luxury and sport platinum. In between sit the $97,000 sport and the $94,000 premium luxury that we have here, along with a $2,700 performance package and $2,550 touring package. What else do we get for that money? Let's jump right in. So as you guys see, we still keep the chrome for the Escalade, which a lot of customers will prefer over the all murdered blackout trim. And with this black raven paint color, I actually prefer the chrome contrast because, as you guys see, it's not super reflective. It's more of an aluminum trim, which looks very expensive and premium. Speaking of expensive and premium, all LEDs, black headlight housing, nice sharp LED for the running light, side sensor for the 360, full front parking sensing, forward-facing camera, and a massive Cadillac badge. The hood is also aggressive with all the slots and notches. The wheel and tire setup, it's just these chrome wheels, but the way the Cadillac's doing the chrome in this vehicle, it's not reflective at all. It really looks like an aluminum trim. These are 22s wrapped in Bridgestone Alenza all-season tires. Dimensions are 275/50 R22. So the 50 series sidewall, along with this air suspension, should keep the ride quality incredibly plush. And the 275 wide tires, we're only going to leave it in 2-wheel drive probably, unless this rain really starts to catch up with us, which it looks like it will temporarily. But if it does get a little bit too rough during the test drive, we will try out 4-wheel drive. I'll take a step back. Hopefully you can pick up the side profile on this massive extended wheelbase full-size SUV. Just an unbelievably massive vehicle, just like the Suburban, just like the Yukon XL, but here on this Escalade with the more premium features and build quality, it's just a lot more menacing of a looker. We get a side camera to help us out with 360, LED turn signal on the mirror, blind spot monitoring on the glass. We get 4-door smart access. The door handles are fixed. It's like a touch sensor to open it up. I'll show you guys in one second. We get aluminum roof rails up top, massive panoramic moonroof, shark fin style antenna, Cadillac logo behind the passenger window. The gas cap is pushed open. Easy fill premium fuel is recommended. The rear wheel and tire setup, same thing as up front. The only difference is a smaller brake caliper, still the air suspension, and we get the magnetic ride here with the performance package. Full LED taillights, turn signals, and reverse lights. Escalade logo in the lower left corner, full rear parking sensing, tow hitch. I'll leave a link to show you what this Escalade is rated to tow. We also get the max trailering package, which should boost it up a little bit. The glass opens up individually from the trunk, just like most premium full-size SUVs. Lightning starting to strike, so we're going to try to hurry up this outside portion. 600 on the right side. To open up the trunk, you push the Cadillac logo. Shout out AutoNation Cadillac in Port Richey, Florida for helping make this review possible. The dual exhaust tips, and speaking of the dual exhaust tips, let's fire up the 6.2-liter naturally aspirated V8 and hear how she sounds. Alright guys, that was the sound of the 6.2-liter V8 sold by Cadillac for the 2024 Escalade. And it sounds pretty good. Not much you're going to hear with about a 2,000 RPM rev limiter, but it cranks out a lot of power at 420 horsepower, 460 pound-feet of torque. Whew. thunder is really kicking in. But made it to a 10-speed automatic transmission and 4-wheel drive. You can expect 0 to 60 in the high 5-second range. For a vehicle in this weight class, that is impressive, even with the extended wheelbase. Hydraulic struts are appreciated but expected. We get some supports to help out with the handling, as well as the magnetic ride and air suspension, which will help out the luxurious feel and the performance feel. But shutting the hood right up, we take a step back, walk around this 2024 Escalade one more time. It sits towards the lower end of the Escalade lineup, but as you'll see, this thing is unbelievably loaded. You don't necessarily have to go with a higher trim level. We can set these lights back to auto so the car is not yelling at me. Up top, we get Milan leather stitching all throughout this interior, heated and ventilated seats, lock and unlock aluminum door handle, wood trim aluminum underneath it, gushy soft leather armrest, 4-window auto on touch, 2-person memory seats, power folding mirrors, 4-way adjustable, more of that leather trim for where your knee will often hit. Just some hard plastic for the bottom portion. I kind of wish they made it a little bit padded. You'll stack 2 footlongs on top of each other. The cup holder is a little bit funkily shaped, so if it's a little bit too small of a cup, it may not necessarily fit without sliding over, but you'll fit an additional 6-inch sub with no problem. We get an aluminum Escalade illuminated nameplate as you step inside, power running boards. You guys can see all your tire and loading information on the sticker. The seats, you get the Cadillac logo. They are super comfortable. Milan leather, perforated, heated, and ventilated. As you mentioned, we get 4-way lumbar control. You can recline, drop, lift, and slide the seats. But let's take a step inside, beat this rainstorm because it's basically inevitably going to downpour on me. Fire it up, and everything fires right to life. But first thing you notice, this is an unbelievably premium interior. Considering that this sits towards the lower end of the Escalade lineup, that's impressive. The 16.9-inch touchscreen, the 14.2-inch digital gauge display, the steering wheel, it's pretty similar to the rest of the GM lineup, but we get 10 and 2 bolstering notches. That's a premium touch. Not a flat bottom, wouldn't be expected with an Escalade. You get the wood frame aluminum outside of it, rubberized horn area. Horn itself, really loud and aggressive. We'll do a window check. I'm sure we get dual panes. We do, and they're thick. We'll see if we get dual panes out rear as well. On the left side, heated steering wheel, forward collision alert, radar cruise control settings. You get your voice commands, cabin talk, and lane keep assist. On the right side, volume and skip. You have our adjustments for the favorites, AM, FM, Sirius, and Bluetooth on the right side too. Paddle shifters. I don't believe they control the transmission, but I guess we'll check that out during the test drive. The stocks, they feel just like the Tahoe Suburban, all the GM full-size SUVs. I kind of wish we had a little more premium of a feel. But we do get auto rain sensing wipers, auto high beams, 4-wheel drive. Our drive mode selector, we get Tour, Sport, Off-Road, Tow Haul, and My Mode. We'll start the review off in Tour, try out Sport, and just see what the differences are. That lightning just quite literally struck right above our head. Thank God we got back inside of this SUV. Anyway, air suspension, you can lift and lower, electronic parking brake, trailer brake controller, gain, receiver, also our interior brightness, power tilt and telescoping steering column, more aluminum and wood trim all throughout, and more of that Milan leather for the dashboard. The 16.9-inch touchscreen, it's specific to the Escalade. I don't see this in the other GM full-size SUVs. That was our home screen. You can see your audio, navigation, check out the map. Very high resolution screen, and it gives you like this 3D view because of the curved display. Excellent response, just like an iPhone, big thumbs up to GM, and I like how they differentiated it compared to their other full-size SUVs. Call settings, phone information, and vehicle information right underneath. My personal favorite would be to leave it in the home screen, so we'll do exactly that. Engine start stop, dual zone automatic front climate control with a 3rd zone climate out rear. Auto start stop, auto hold for the electronic parking brake, lane keep assist you can turn on or off. Gear selector controlling the 10-speed automatic transmission. We can check out the backup camera. Super high resolution guidance lines and trajectory with and over the top 360. Wide view, overhead view, and slide. Or side, sorry, I can't read. This shows us our blind spot and wheels, so you don't have to worry about scuffing up these beautiful wheels and tires. Adjust the different 360 views. Look all around your Black Raven 2024 Escalade ESV with a forward-facing view as well. You can also check out the over-the-top trailer hitch view. Cool. You throw right back into park, and we return right, well, we don't return right back to our previous screen. You gotta press the X button, and now we're returned. And I'll actually look at the navigation at all times, so we'll leave it there. You got your volume control with the shortcuts. You got music, calls, vehicle information, navigation, return, and home with a dial if you don't want to get fingerprints all over the touchscreen. We get our hazards, leather stitching for your knee will often hit. The materials here are all soft touch, wood trim, nice area for a phone or a wallet. Get 2 cup holders, you'll easily fit 24-ounce bottles and some more car accessories, USB-A and C port. And this closes up and shows you more genuine wood trim. We'll move this window sticker for a little bit later. We get more of that Milan leather for the center console, white contrast stitching, opening it up. It is spacious, line and felt, LED light. You'll fit a ton of car accessories in here. And in this console, you'll fit probably 4 or 5 2-liter bottles of soda, SD card, USB-A and C port with a 12-volt right next to it. Put this extra cubby right back. Shutting it up, the glove box has 2 air vents above it. It is all soft touch on the outside with an aluminum latch. Lined and felt, I'd expect you to fit 20-25 license plates, easily fitting a pair of shoes. We get a frameless auto-dimming rear view mirror, and it's the digital rear view mirror, as you guys can see, with 3 adjustments on it, 3 garage home link settings, motion sensor up top. Not quite sure exactly what the motion sense is for, but you can disable it if you'd like. Interior lights are LED. Cool, we can shut that off. We can slide the moonroof too, open up the shade with a click of a button. It's a massive moonroof. We don't get a 3rd or 2nd moonroof for the 3rd row, but for this front moonroof, it's still very large. I really hope I don't get struck by lightning as soon as I open up this glass, but we'll open up this glass, see how quickly it opens up. It goes on top of the 2nd panel pretty slowly, but it goes out far. Wow, all the way to the end of the front row. You don't even have to press it again. One of the larger openings in the business. We can poke our way out of here. Not necessarily the nicest day right now in Port Richards, Florida, but the rain is holding up. Not sunny and 100 degrees according to this 2024 Escalade. We can shut this glass right up, and that's about it for the front seat of this 2024 Escalade. You can adjust the height of the trunk. You can fold the 2nd row seats down, and you get your OnStar, SOS, and voice command settings. We can take a quick look at this window sticker before checking out the back seat. Pause, take a look. Not the best on fuel, but loaded with features. With 4-wheel drive, we're sitting a tick under $100K for the base price. We get some pretty solid options and features. $2,700 for the performance package. That gives us the trailer side blind zone alert, smart trailer integration indicator, electronic limited slip, suspension magnetic ride control, trailer brake controller, hitch guidance with hitch view, and a $2,550 touring package, giving us a soft closed doors, illuminated sill plates, air ride adaptive suspension, $1,750 for the power assist steps, also including our retractable and perimeter lighting, $600 for the auxiliary trailer camera and trailer tire pressure monitoring system. That includes a 2-speed transfer case, cooling system with extra capacity, and trailer assist guidelines. $150 for the puddle lamps and $75 for the cargo net. After $7,825 in total options and about a $2,000 destination charge, we're sitting a tick over $109,000. That is expensive, but considering how loaded this SUV is, you be the judge of that. This is still probably the best balance of luxury, performance, and practicality out on the road today. It may not be the best value overall, but it is the best at what it does. Up top, we get more of that Milan leather trim with some wood trim beneath it, aluminum door handle lock and unlock. 2 of your AKG speakers here, and this system bumps. Considering this is the lower end of the Escalade lineup, that is an unbelievable audio system. Auto one-touch windows, ton of storage, still just hard plastic for the center portion too. I kind of wish they gave us some type of padded trim, but that's nitpicky. You're never going to touch that area. Let's lift this passenger or driver's seat up a little bit, because I would never be driving this reclined. Just so you guys have a better idea of the overall cargo space. I'll slide it back a little bit too, just to make it a little bit more balanced. Anyway, as far as space, I don't know why I closed the back seat door. The 2nd row seats are captain's chairs. We get armrests too. They're adjustable. You can recline them and slide them back and forth. You get an additional illuminated aluminum door sill plate. The running board continues. The legroom looks impressive. We get captain's chairs back here. They're not the most bolstered. We get white contrast stitching, Cadillac logo. You can recline them and slide them. But taking a step inside, I'm a little bit over 6 feet tall sitting behind my seat settings, and I have about a foot of knee room, headroom with the moonroof. I'm starting to actually run out about ½ an inch to an inch, but I can recline the seat back, and now I lose about 4 inches of knee room, but I gain about 5 inches of headroom. This is unbelievably comfortable. We get heated 2nd row seats, no ventilated 2nd row seats. We get a 3rd zone climate control, map pockets behind both of the front seats, some storage, cup holders, whatever you'd like to call it, 2 USB-C ports, AC outlet. The armrest is decently wide, air vents that blow directly into your face, and hooks on both sides of the interior. The interior light is LED. If it wasn't a super cloudy day right now, about to downpour, there would be a ton of light brought into the cabin thanks to this massive panoramic moonroof. That's about it though, guys, for the second row. Let's hop out into the third row, see how much space is offered back there, as well as the overall quality of the materials. Very convenient process with the way the seat folds up and lifting the seat back up. As you guys can see, unbelievably spacious. The seat is not all the way back. As you guys can see, you're compromising about 4 inches of knee room, but we can slide over it back here where it's in its furthest back setting, and I still have about 1 inch or 2 of knee room. The headroom, more than in the second row, I got like 2 inches of headroom. We get air vents to blow directly into our face, LED interior light, our seat belts, cup holders. We get some padded trim for our elbows and charge ports back here too. Overall, unbelievably spacious, just about the same third row seat space as a non-extended wheelbase, but the cargo space of the extended wheelbase is miles ahead. To hop out of here, there's just a button you gotta press and hold, and the seat shoots forward, but you do have to lift it up by hand and pull the latch up from the back seat. Not quite as easy as getting in, but still relatively easy compared to just about every other 3-row SUV we reviewed in this channel. It takes a little bit of muscle, but we figured it out. With the cargo space, with the third row up, thank God the rain's been holding up for the most part, but let's hurry up a little bit. We can open up the glass, just like most full-size SUVs. Very convenient feature. It's not the largest opening, but if you have smaller kayaks, you may be able to fit 2 10, 12 footers with the third row down, maybe even be able to keep the second row up if you angle it from the middle. Let me know in the comment section if anybody that has an Escalade has been able to do it. You could just pull a trailer. You have a ton of towing capacity here, but if you don't want to pull a trailer, you can probably shove at least one kayak through this center window. The glass is also convenient if you go food shopping or grocery shopping with pets in your trunk and you want to be able to load your trunk up with groceries without your dog or cat or any pet running out of the trunk all over the parking lot. You can simply just open up the glass and drop your groceries right inside. Very convenient feature. Outside of off-road and full-size SUVs, I really have not seen this offered anymore. To open up the trunk, you just press this Cadillac logo. It took me about 5 minutes to figure that one out originally. And if we didn't mention, the rear wiper is integrated flushly with the spoiler. We get a cargo net back here too. As you guys can see, a ton of cargo space with the third row up. I'll leave a link right here to show you exactly how much space is back here. With the third row up, third row down, and with the second row down, we can drop the third row seats with a click of a button. You gotta press and hold. We'll do it for both sides. The headrest also falls electrically. Massive. With the third row down, this is the size of most mid-size SUVs with the second row down. And we still have the second row up. You drop the second row down. This is about the same size as a long bed full-size pickup truck. The step-in height is high though. My knee is about a foot below the step-in, so if you have older or smaller pets, it'll be tough for them to hop back here. Secret storage, we can move these mats out of the way. Just a little bit, not a whole lot. We get a little bit more behind it, so do with that as you will. What you see is basically what we get. The thunder's going crazy. Let's get inside of this Escalade. We can shut the trunk. It doesn't give you a second, so make sure you take a step back when you close it. The air suspension letting off all sorts of interesting noises. That's about it though, guys, for the inside and outside of this middle of the pack 2024 Cadillac Escalade Premium Luxury with some really useful options and features that are only about $8,000, which sounds like a lot, but when you're spending $100,000 on a top-level luxury vehicle, those little options and features, while saving you serious money compared to higher trim levels. I mean, I've seen non-V Escalades go for $130,000, $135,000, barely more equipped than what we have here. It's just you're gonna have the aluminum trim instead of the black trim and whatnot. Performance-wise, with the 6.2-liter monster V8, let's take this 2024 Escalade out for a drive and see what it's got. All right, guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of the all-new 2024 Cadillac Escalade extended wheelbase ESV Premium Luxury. Let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. My first impression, the steering feels good. It doesn't feel truck-like, doesn't feel heavy, but it has a connection to the road, unlike a lot of other vehicles in this segment. The brakes feel solid, throttle response, just in tour mode, but throttle response feels good with the 6.2. Very solid throttle response. You run over the bumps with this air suspension and you feel absolutely nothing. Let's try it out in sport mode real quick, just to test out throttle response and the adaptive suspension. Steering gets a little bit heavier on the gas. Woo! Handling good. Wow, that is sharp. This is a 6,000 pound full-size SUV, and it handles nimbly. Wow, see the paddle shifters control transmission. They unfortunately do not. Slow down a little bit, try out a moving pole on the gas. Wow. 6.2 is an absolute beast of a motor. The brakes feel good. And just cruising along with the dual pane windows, it is quiet in here. Hopefully you guys got a good idea of sport mode. It's responsive, it's aggressive. We don't need to try out any of the other modes, just throw right back into Tour. Steering gets a little bit lighter, but it's still surprisingly sharp and direct. That would have been a good opportunity to turn around, but we can just keep going. Tour mode definitely numbs the throttle down decently, but it still feels surprisingly sharp and direct. I'm liking it. If I didn't mention, the steering wheel also has the Super Cruise function on it. And it also gives you a little bit extra in the grip department. Try out a real world turning radius test. It's a large SUV, and it does not look like we're gonna make it on the first try, but a little K-turn action, taking a step out here. All right, here looks like a pretty good opportunity to try one out off the line. There is a state trooper that just pulled out. I will have to change my mind. Okay, it looks like he's pretty far away on the gas. Woo! This thing can get up and go really well. Very good throttle response. I can only imagine what the V would feel like. I've never reviewed a V. This is my first Escalade that I've driven. I've reviewed countless current generation Tahoes, Suburbans. I haven't done a Yukon yet actually, but I reviewed a ton of Tahoes, ton of Suburbans. This feels a noticeable step above. I've always called Tahoes and Suburbans bargain Escalades, and yeah, they are in a sense because you get the same space, you get similar options and features, but when it comes to build quality and overall premium feel, this thing just quite literally feels like it's on a whole other level. I'll try to run over some speed bumps over here before we wrap things up, just to show you guys the absurdity of this air suspension's ride quality. It's so far ahead of anything that I have driven from Chevrolet in their full-size department in terms of ride quality, without compromising the overall handling and performance. This may actually have sharper handling compared. Unbelievable, like unbelievable ride quality over these bumps, but it may actually have sharper ride quality compared to the non-air suspension Tahoes and Suburbans we reviewed. We're going 15 miles an hour over massive bumps. Boom. This might be the best ride quality that I've ever felt on any luxury SUV reviewed in this channel. This rivals Mercedes-Benz S-Class ride quality. It rivals Mercedes-Benz S-Class when it comes to composure too. Did I expect to say that about a 6,000 pound extended wheelbase full-size SUV? Absolutely not. But if that's what you're looking for, you want the features, you want the tech without compromising luxury or performance, this might be the best vehicle out on the road today. We'll take one more step out here, lean into it about half throttle once we're situated, about half throttle. Woohoo! Yeah, it's a very solid SUV, and this V8 sounds good. I would recommend it heavily over the Duramax. Anyway, if you guys are looking for a top-level luxury SUV, you need the space, you need the performance, and you don't want to compromise on the luxury or features, this 2024 Cadillac Escalade Premium with the performance package, with the touring package, is loaded. And it gives you a very good value. Even after destination, after these options, we're still sitting below a Platinum. We're sitting below a luxury sport or premium sport, whatever exactly that trim level is called. So you're getting a ton of vehicle for the money. If that's what you're looking for, guys, I would 100% recommend checking one out. And a big thanks to AutoNation Cadillac in Port Richey, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to their inventory below, and if you're looking for a new premium car or SUV in the Port Richey area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out. And a huge thanks to all you guys for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know the channel is just not possible without you, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too, it really helps me out, the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment, let me know what you like, let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment, let me know if there's any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you want to see reviewed on this channel, and I'll definitely try getting those videos for you ASAP. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.